Hi, I'm Dries Moulans, Managing Partner of Monin. As a database service provider, we're ensuring our client databases are always fast and secure. Thanks for watching this short video about DBmarlin, an affordable database performance monitoring tool which we highly recommend at Monin. Want to know why? You will discover within a few moments. Enjoy watching!
First of all, and as you can see, several database technologies are covered, which gives you a single pane of glass. Now let's go to in detail. If you click on a database, DBmarlin will bring you to the database activity page. Here you will have a nice overview of what's happening in your database. The time spent graph shows you the total time spent and the number of executions in parts of 1 minute. By simply clicking the Show Host button, DBmarlin will also show the statistics of the host which is running your database, making it easy to compare it with the database statistics and define where a problem would exist on host level or database level. If we scroll a bit further, we have two charts showing top statements and top weights. Here we can change the charts depending on what we want to see. Top clients, for instance. For now, we leave it like it is. Clicking on a part of the chart will immediately bring you to the corresponding statement, like I show you now. Or if we click on a part of the top weights chart, it will filter the statement list below based on the weight event we clicked. The statement list will show the total time spent for each separate statement, which is interesting information. But in some cases, you would also like to have the number of physical reads, number of executions. That's actually where SQL Statistics come into play. Here, we can sort the statements based on the number of execution, physical reads, and so on. Now, let's dig deeper into a statement. If we click on a statement, we see immediately the full statement text. And within just another click, you see the explain plan. How great is that? You can even check out the weight event. The nice thing here is that DBmarlin built up a big knowledge database for most of the weight events of the different database technologies supported. So you can just click the Read More button and get more insights about the specific weight event. Now, until now we were focusing on the SQL statements, but maybe something else happened, which caused a performance issue. This is where the change tracking has an added value. If we check, as you can see, 2 indexes were dropped and created again later on. Without the index, the load was much higher, as you can see. So this probably caused the drop in performance in our database. However, maybe some other events also occurred during this time. That's what we can check on the database level. So let's go back. If we check the activity graph, we see some events and alerts appearing. So let's find out what happened. Click on the events. Some alerts were triggered, complaining about an increased wait time, as we can see over here. Interesting information for our further investigation, I would say. The events should also be used to document code releases or changes performed manually. That's why it's also possible to register an event manually, just by pressing the Register Event button and provide all the details. And maybe even better is that you can also use the API to add some events, like I show you now. Within the MySQL example, you see in this case, Jenkins added a line after deploying a build of the application. Now, let's talk about the statistic data used. All data shown in DBmarlin is kept for 131 days by default. this data is rolled up in 1 hour aggregations after 8 days. However, if you want to name a certain period of statistics, or you want to keep it forever, a snapshot provides a good way to do so. Using a snapshot, you can recall the statistics again in the future and use it to compare it with other statistics. If you enable the keep data switch over here, then the data will not be purged after the retention period. Another powerful feature are the reports. If we go to the time comparison report, then it lets you compare 2 periods of time to see in detail the differences in performance at the instance level, host level, SQL statement level, and wait event level. The SQL Stats Explorer, in its turn, lets you view SQL statistics over time per SQL statement based on the metric chosen, for instance, number of executions. And the last report, the SQL Stats Comparison Report, lets you compare SQL statistics for the top n statements between 2 time periods you choose by yourself. Let me check. This is also based on the metric you want to see, for instance, duration. And the nice thing over here is when I scroll a bit lower, that I can see the arrows which are showing that there was a decrease or an increase of the duration. Finally, I want to mention one of the latest features added into DBmarlin, which is database blocking logs. This shows you the sessions which are blocking other ones. So just go to the database, click blocking sessions, and I can get more details about the blocking sessions. For instance, session 60, which on his turn is blocking session 66, which on his turn is blocking several other sessions. This may explain why certain users are complaining and gives you another idea about what could be wrong with your database. And of course, there are still a bunch of possibilities which I didn't touch today in this video. And there's a lot more to come. Just check out the roadmap over here.
I hope you enjoyed watching this video and got some new insights and takeaways. Should you require more information, really don't hesitate to contact us or DBmarlin. See you next time.